Hello students, I am Dr. Jyoti Vaingankar from PSS RSN College of Arts and Science, Pamagudi, Goa. I am here to present a module for the program Bachelor of Science in the subject of botany from the course Plant Tissue Culture. It is from unit Somatic Hybridization and name of the module is Role of Enzymes in Protoplast Isolation, Mechanical and Enzymatic Isolation of Plant Protoplast. In this module, we will study about the role of enzymes in protoplast isolation, mechanical isolation of plant protoplast, and enzymatic isolation of plant protoplast. At the end of this module, you will be able to describe the role of enzymes in protoplast isolation, explain the method of mechanical isolation of plant protoplast, and explain the method of enzymatic isolation of plant protoplast. In the previous module, we have studied that there are various steps involved in the process of somatic hybridization. The first step is isolation of protoplast. Before we move on to the study of protoplast isolation method, let us first study about the role of enzyme in protoplast isolation. Every plant cell has a definite cellulosic cell wall and protoplast lies within the cell wall. Cellulose is a fundamental component of plant cell wall which consists of straight chain polymeric molecule composed of 10,000 or more D-glucose units bound together with beta-1,4-glycosidic links. Pectin is a polysaccharide substance present in the middle lamella of the cell walls and functions as an intercellular cementing material. It is straight chain molecule consisting of about 100 D-galacturonic acid residues bound together by alpha-1,4 linkage. Now let us study about the role of enzyme in protoplast isolation. Two enzymes, that is cellulose and pectinase or mesoenzyme, are used for protoplast isolation. Pectinase or mesoenzyme enzyme complex hydrolyzes alpha-1,4 linkage of pectin and dissolves the middle lamella, thereby separating the cells. Thus, due to complete or partial hydrolysis of pectin, the cells are separated from tissue and exposes the cellulosic layer through cellulase enzyme for further action. Cellulase enzyme complex hydrolyzes beta-1,4 linkage of cellulose and degrade the cell wall, thereby liberating the protoplast. It attacks the polymeric chain of cellulose at random on the beta-1,4 linkage. The cellulose molecule is reduced sequentially to cellodextrin, cellobiose, and eventually to glucose molecule. The linear sequence of D-galacturonic acid is interrupted with 1,2-L-rhamnose residues. There are various sources of explant used for protoplast isolation. It can be isolated by removing the cell wall from different parts of plant which bears the soft parenchymatous tissues such as young fully expanded soft leaves, root, stem cortex, hypocotyls, endosperm, etc. The leaf is a convenient source because it yields a large quantities of uniform cells. In vitro grown plant tissue, that is young callus tissue, is also used for obtaining large number of protoplasts. Cell suspension culture is an excellent source material for isolation of protoplast. The essential step of the isolation of protoplast is the removal of cell wall without damaging the cell or protoplast. The plant cell acts as an osmotic system. The cell wall exerts the inward pressure upon the enclosed protoplast. Similarly, the protoplast also puts equal and opposite pressure upon the cell wall. Therefore, both the pressures are balanced. If the cell wall is removed, the balance pressure will be disturbed. The outward pressure of protoplast will be greater and irresistible expansion of protoplast takes place due to huge inflow of water and cause it to burst. If the cell wall is to be removed, the cell or tissue must be placed in a hypertonic solution of a metabolically inert sugar to plasmolyze the cell. Mannitol 13% provides a stable osmotic environment for the protoplast and prevents the expansion and bursting of protoplast. This hypertonic solution is called as osmotic stabilizer or plasmolyticum or osmolyticum. Isolation of protoplasts can be done in two ways: mechanical isolation and using enzymatic isolation. Enzymatic isolation can be divided into two methods: one step or direct isolation and two step or indirect isolation. In mechanical isolation of plant protoplast, isolation of protoplast from a small piece of plant tissue under a microscope using a microscalpel is carried out. Soft parenchymatous tissue is kept in a plasmolyticum. The plasmolysed tissue is then finely chopped into pieces and the intact cells are released into the medium from the cut surface. The suspension is then allowed for deplasmolysis and the released protoplast attain their original size. It is useful for isolation of protoplasts from vacuolated cells such as onion bulbs, scales, radish roots, etc. It is not suitable for isolating protoplasts from meristematic and less vacuolated cells. In enzymatic isolation of plant protoplast, young fully expanded soft leaves or in vitro grown callus tissue or cell suspension culture grown cells are used. They are incubated in plasmolyticum for 1 hour before enzymatic treatment. Sample is cut into small pieces to increase the surface area of enzymatic activity. There are two approaches which are used: direct or simultaneous method and indirect or sequential method. Direct or one step or simultaneous method is the preferred method. Here, simultaneous use of pectinase or mesozyme and cellulase is done. The leaf segments are incubated overnight for 15 to 18 hours with enzyme mixture at 25 degrees centigrade and teased gently. They are filtered through a fine wire mesh to remove leaf debris and centrifuged at 500 rpm for 1 minute, and after that protoplast forms pellet. Then the supernatant is discarded. Protoplasts are washed with 13% sorbitol solution, centrifuged at 200 rpm to form a pellet, and this procedure is repeated 2 times. It is then washed with 20% sucrose solution and centrifuged at 200 rpm for 1 minute. When protoplasts float on the surface, they are then collected using a pipette. In indirect or two-step or sequential method, leaf segments along with a mixture containing 0.5% mesozyme, 0.3% potassium dextran sulfate in 13% mannitol at pH 5.8 is vacuum filtered for 5 minutes and transferred to a water bath at 25 degrees centigrade and subjected to slow shaking. Enzyme mixture is replaced by a fresh enzyme mixture after 15 minutes and incubated for 1 hour. This mixture is filtered using nylon mesh, centrifuged at 100 rpm for 1 minute and washed 3 times with 13% mannitol to get separated cells. Cells are incubated with enzyme mixture containing 2% cellulose in a 13% solution of mannitol at pH 5.4 for 90 minutes at 13 degrees centigrade. Protoplasts are washed with 13% sorbitol solution, centrifuged at 200 rpm to form a pellet, and this procedure is repeated 2 times. The pellet is then washed with 20% sucrose solution, centrifuged at 200 rpm for 1 minute. Then the protoplasts floating on the surface are collected using pipette. These are the references used for the preparation of this module. This is an additional reference. Thank you.